I would imagine that you're watching this video because you're curious about what happens to your code when you click Run or Check. And I'll talk you through how the eBox operates, and that should make you feel more comfortable with the various operations you can use. So first of all, let's have a look at this virtual machine. It's an Amazon virtual machine, and you can SSH into it with this username, that host name, and this password. And I'll demonstrate that. So just logging in, and 4592 is the password that it's giving you on this instance. And these are your directories. And we're on the first question of the first topic, and that would be the HW1 code. So as you can see, there's your code that you can see on the browser, and you can change that. And while that star is showing, it hasn't yet saved it. When the star disappears, it should now be on your virtual box. So there you go, and there's Fred. You could change it yourself on here. Now if you go back here, when it goes to sync, it will see that the file changed. So now you understand how the file is synced between your browser and the virtual box. Another way of accessing the virtual box is through the browser, and this would be useful if you're sitting behind a firewall and you're not allowed to SSH past that. This bypasses that using port 80. And you're in the same place. So you can access your virtual box and look at the internals of what's going on if you don't feel you're getting enough information from using Run and Check here. Now, when you make a change here, it's saved on the virtual box, but it is an instance on Amazon AWS, which means that if it shuts down, then everything just vanishes, which we don't want to do. So that's why we have up here a snapshot button. So it says this is the last snapshot I have of my virtual machine. I click that again, and it saves everything under your home directory into a new snapshot, and that's just become snapshot 7. If you make a change which is really disastrous, yes, it gets saved back to the virtual box, but the virtual box hasn't been snapshotted yet. So if you really lose quite a lot of your data and you haven't clicked snapshot, just click restart and discard, and it will go back to the image which has been saved on your last snapshot. Finally, if you have been unlucky enough to click snapshot after you've deleted all your files, don't worry, just send me an email and tell me your most recent healthy snapshot ID, and I'll roll you back to that. And you will have the contents of your home directory before you lost all your files. So I hope that is sufficient to make you feel comfortable with using Geekuni.